At the beginning of the film, we learn that Anna and Dorothy are twins who shared a placenta, which made them deeply connected. When they were born prematurely, they were placed in an incubator. Whenever the nurse took Dorothy out, Anna would cry until Dorothy was returned. As time passes, we see Anna and Dorothy living together in Anna's apartment. From the way they dress, it's clear that Anna is sweet and simple, while Dorothy wears bold clothes and has a strong personality. They are discussing the information Anna should write in her dating profile. Dorothy says, "Lie and say you're 29 instead of 31, to which Anna replies, "I don't like lying." Dorothy responds, "Then just write that you're looking for a man to marry." Anna says, "No, of course I won't write that." Dorothy tells her, "Then it's the same principle. Since you're going to lie anyway, just reduce your age by 2 years, it won't hurt." Anna eventually agrees with her sister. After Anna finishes writing her profile, she tells Dorothy, "You should make a profile too, you've been alone for a long time." Dorothy replies, "No, I'm not alone, not as long as I have you." In the evening, Anna goes to meet Jazz, a man she met on the dating app. When Jazz realizes that Anna is kind and romantic, he confesses that his real name is Nicholas. He tells her he didn't use his real name because he has friends on the app and didn't want them to know he was looking for love. She tells him she's not upset but asks him not to lie to her again. He promises, then asks her to go to another place to hang out, and she agrees. They go to a bar, and while there, Anna sees Dorothy standing at a distance watching them, but she suddenly disappears. The next day, Nicholas sends Anna a message asking to meet on Friday, and she agrees. We then see Anna working at a homeless shelter as a volunteer, where everyone seems to love her. When she sees Dorothy waving at her, she goes over and asks, "Why didn't you come inside?" Dorothy replies, "I don't like seeing crazy people." Anna gets upset and says, "Don't call them crazy. They're human beings who feel and understand like we do." When they pass by one of the residents, Dorothy bullies him, so Anna apologizes to him. Dorothy then asks, "What did you do with Jazz last night?" Anna replies, "First of all, his name is Nicholas, not Jazz." Dorothy says, "Why did he change his name? He's probably married and doesn't want his wife to find out." Anna responds, "He's not married. Jazz is his father's name." When Anna asks, "Were you watching us at the bar last night?" Dorothy replies, "I went to many bars last night. Which one do you mean?" Anna chooses to ignore her. Anna and Nicholas continue seeing each other, growing closer. After 6 weeks, Dorothy visits her father, Dave, and her mother, Alexia. It becomes clear that Anna and Dorothy come from a very wealthy family. Strangely, when Dorothy enters the house and talks to her father, he doesn't respond and looks at her strangely. She goes upstairs, skips her own room, and enters Anna's. Their mother arrives and says, "You've always loved Anna's room more than your own." Dorothy replies, "We always like switching roles to fool people." The mother says, "I'm the only one you two could never fool. I can always tell Anna and Dorothy apart." Dorothy then tells her mother that Anna has been dating a guy for some time and adds, "I don't trust him, especially since Anna is sweet and easily deceived. We need to make sure he's not taking advantage of her." The next day, Anna is at work when a shelter resident named Ivan approaches her. Nicholas arrives at that moment and hits Ivan. Anna tells him that Ivan has Tourette's syndrome and wasn't trying to hurt her. Nicholas apologizes and invites Ivan to dinner with them. That evening, Nicholas and Anna go back to her place and become even closer. The next morning, Nicholas sees pictures of Anna with Dorothy and is surprised to learn that Anna has a twin sister. When he asks about her, Anna tells him they are very close, and that Dorothy went through a hard time. She was an addict but has recently recovered. She adds, "You must be hungry, I'll make you breakfast," and prepares heart-shaped pancakes, which he really likes. The next day, Nicholas receives a call from his sister, Rebecca. She tells him that their mother, Pamela, broke her leg and was taken to the hospital, where doctors discovered she has late-stage cancer and doesn't have much time left. He calls Anna to tell her, and she says she'll come to the hospital. They meet there, and when they enter Pamela's room, Nicholas greets his mother and introduces Anna. Anna wins Pamela over with her kindness. When she notices Pamela's leg is cold, she looks around for a sock and puts it on for her, which makes Pamela feel that Anna is a caring person. When they leave Pamela's room, Nicholas thanks Anna and says, "Life is too short, and I don't want to waste any of it." He proposes to her, and she happily accepts. At that moment, Rebecca arrives. When Nicholas introduces the two women, Anna greets Rebecca and tells her that she and Nicholas are getting married. Rebecca is surprised and asks, "How long have you two known each other?" Anna replies, 6 weeks. Rebecca seems shocked at how fast things are moving and walks into the hospital without saying more. That same night, Anna tells her sister Dorothy that she and Nicholas are going to get married. Dorothy gets angry and says, "You haven't been together for long. How can you marry someone you barely know?" Anna replies, "I love him and he loves me. That's enough for me." The next day, Anna goes with Nicholas to her parents' house to introduce him. During lunch, she tells them they've decided to get married. Her father appears uneasy, as if he's hiding something. After lunch, Nicholas talks with David, telling him he loves Anna and wants to spend his life with her. He promises to take good care of her. The following day, Anna and Nicholas visit his mother's house to discuss wedding details. Later, Rebecca tells Nicholas that her mother left everything to her in her will, which upsets him. The next day, Dorothy calls Nicholas, introduces herself as Anna's sister, and asks to meet him that evening. When he suggests calling Anna to join them, she says, "No, I want to meet you alone." That night, Dorothy shows up at a bar wearing a striking dress that catches everyone's attention, including Nicholas's. She sits next to him and after a brief chat, she says she wants dinner and takes him to a fancy hotel restaurant. There, she asks, "What do you know about Anna's past?" He replies, "We never talked about anything that happened before we met." She says, "So she didn't tell you she was married before and divorced? Isn't that strange? She's only 29. Then she adds, "And do you really think that's her real age?" Surprised, he asks what she means. She says, "Nothing. Anyway, I could never lie to my sister." Despite this, she continues seducing him and gives him her hotel room number, and unfortunately, he goes to her. The next morning, he leaves the room quickly. Anna calls him to say she's waiting for him to meet the wedding planner. He replies, "You go ahead. I'll agree to whatever you choose." From then on, Nicholas and Dorothy begin seeing each other more often, growing closer. Feeling guilty, Nicholas brings flowers to Anna at work. Her colleague Vera says, "A man only brings flowers to the woman he loves when he feels guilty." Anna replies, "All men are one thing, and my love is something else entirely." Later, they go out together. Nicholas asks her if she had a past relationship before him. She says she was married and got divorced because her husband cheated on her with Dorothy. He's shocked and asks, "Your sister betrayed you?" She replies, "It wasn't her fault. My ex-husband was the one who betrayed me, not her." The next day, Anna visits a bridal shop to choose her wedding dress. When she tells the owner, Isabel, that the wedding is in a week, Isabel is shocked and says it's too short a time. Dresses take at least 6 weeks. She only has 2 ready-made dresses. Anna says she'll choose one. Anna and Dorothy go in to choose the dress. Anna picks a modest, elegant one. Dorothy says, "Choose the one with the open back, it'll look better on you." But Anna refuses, saying she likes the other one more, and tells Isabel she'll take it. That night, Nicholas is at a bar. When a girl tries to talk to him, Dorothy intervenes and threatens her, saying she'll kill her if she comes near her man again. Then she sits next to Nicholas. He asks her, "Did you really sleep with your sister's husband?" She says, "Yes. I liked him, so I did, just like I'm doing with you now." He says, "What we're doing is wrong. It has to stop." She responds, "Let's dance." He ends up dancing with her, and once again, she seduces him. The next day, Rebecca goes with Anna to pick up the dress. Isabel shows them the dress but explains that it was found torn after Anna's last fitting. Anna is shocked and immediately suspects Dorothy of tearing it to force her into choosing the other one, which is exactly what happened. But when Anna puts on the other dress, she looks deeply sad. The next day, Anna is at her parents' house. Her father tells her the marriage is too rushed and asks her to postpone it a bit. She replies, "Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself now, and I'll remove Dorothy from my life. I won't let her control me again." That night, Anna confronts Dorothy and tells her she knows she tore the dress to force her to wear the other one. Dorothy admits it, saying, "Yes, I tore it because the other dress will drive men crazy over you." Anna replies, "Why are you doing this to me? I don't want you in my life anymore." Dorothy walks away. That same night, Nicholas is in his car when Dorothy suddenly appears. She tells him, "What we're doing is wrong. I don't want to continue." He says he also wants to stop. She tells him, "Then choose between me and Anna. If you can't, I'll help you." The next day, Rebecca visits Alexia and David. Alexia tells her that her daughters are completely different. While all children need their mothers, her daughters never did. They always looked after each other. David arrives, and Alexia introduces him to Rebecca. At that moment, David asks Rebecca to talk privately. Alexia becomes nervous and tells Rebecca that Dorothy isn't to blame for what happened with her brother. A short while later, Rebecca leaves their home visibly shocked. She goes to Anna's house. Anna lets her in and closes the door. Soon after, Anna calls Nicholas in tears, telling him she knows everything and never wants to see him again. Nicholas panics and begs her to let him explain, but she hangs up. He leaves work and rushes to her house. When he arrives, the door is open. He walks in and is shocked to find Anna lying on the floor covered in blood. When he realizes she's dead, he breaks down in tears, calling her name, then suddenly gets hit on the head and loses consciousness. When he wakes up, he finds Anna wrapped in a rug, only her hands and hair visible. Dorothy is next to her and says she killed Anna so they could be together. She tells him, "Didn't I tell you I'd help you choose?" Nicholas says, "You're insane. How could you kill your own sister? I'm calling the police." She replies, "Go ahead. By the way, the evidence will show you killed her. I forgot to mention, the one who hit you was Ivan." Then he left, and I know he won't talk. "Also, while you were unconscious, I used Anna's hand to scratch you, so your DNA is under her nails. I also made you hold the murder weapon, so your fingerprints are on it. And don't bother looking for it. I hid it somewhere you'll never find. Now your only option is to help me get rid of the body. It's not hard. I know a nearby factory. I have the gate code because I used to like the security guard. There are no cameras. There's an incinerator by the factory wall. Just throw Anna's body in and come back. No one will know what we did." Nicholas does exactly as she says. Then he returns to her, exhausted and traumatized, and falls asleep. The next morning, he wakes up to find breakfast ready. He's surprised to see heart-shaped pancakes, even more surprised when he sees Anna, not Dorothy, talking with him about their wedding plans. He leaves, confused, gets in his car, and ignores a call from his mother. He goes to David and tells him everything. David tries to calm him and says, "Dorothy died 2 years ago. She killed herself after discovering Anna had cheated on her with her boyfriend. It was a form of self-punishment. Anna was the one who found her body and was so traumatized that she developed a psychological disorder. Since then, she's lived as both herself and Dorothy. She even bought the same dress Dorothy wore when she died. Most of the time, she wasn't acting as Anna, she was acting as Dorothy." And here we go back in time a little to see that Anna had been talking to herself the whole time, imagining that Dorothy was present and speaking with her. We return again to David, who takes a photo of Dorothy from the day of the incident out of his desk drawer and shows it to Nicholas. He tells him, "Every time I saw Anna embodying Dorothy's personality, I would show her this picture, and she would collapse and return to her real self." At this, Nicholas breaks down and says, "Why didn't you tell me?" David replies, "I thought your presence in her life would help her get better." Nicholas, enraged, says, "I was involved with her in killing someone, and I don't even know who it was." Just then, he sees a message from his mother asking about Rebecca, and he's shocked. He says to David, "Your daughter made me throw my own sister into the fire with my own hand." Suddenly, Anna appears, and Nicholas runs toward her to take revenge. She flees upstairs, and he chases her. David also rushes after them to protect his daughter. Anna pushes them both, and they fall down the stairs. Nicholas checks that David is okay, then goes upstairs, where he finds Alexia holding her daughter and saying, "Don't worry, no one will hurt you while I'm here." Nicholas says to her, "What did my sister ever do to you to deserve being killed?" We then flash back to a moment where Alexia tells Anna, "Your father told Rebecca everything. She's on her way to you right now." We return to David, trying to calm his daughter, saying, "We're all going to stand by your side." She replies, "You're the reason. You cheated on my mother in the past. I saw you with my own eyes, betraying her in her own room." He says, "That's all in the past. I made things right with your mother." Her mother adds, "We put that behind us a long time ago." Then Anna moves closer to her father and hugs him. Suddenly, she pulls out the knife she had hidden behind her back and stabs him, and he collapses to the ground, dead. She then rushes at Nicholas and tries to kill him. He defends himself, forcing her to drop the knife, and tries to kill her. But Alexia hits Nicholas over the head with a statue, knocking him unconscious. When he wakes up, he hears police sirens outside the house. He hears Anna and her mother telling the police that Nicholas attacked and killed David. He grabs the knife that Anna used to stab her father and leaves the house. The officers order him to drop the weapon, and he throws it on the ground. He is then arrested for David's murder, while Anna and her mother stand by, watching him. At this point, we realize that Anna isn't the only one mentally ill. Her mother is also deeply disturbed, possibly even more so. And one thing becomes certain, David will not be their last victim. If you enjoyed the film, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification button so you don't miss any of our latest updates.